Comfort is quietly ruining your life. Not loudly, not dramatically, not in a way you immediately notice. It doesn't destroy things overnight. It slowly erodes them. Comfort doesn't break your life, it delays it. And that's why it's so dangerous. Most people think failure looks like chaos. They imagine rock bottom, disasters, public mistakes. But real failure usually looks calm. It looks like routine. It looks like good enough. It looks like another day that feels familiar. Comfort convinces you that nothing is wrong, that you can stay where you are a little longer. That change can wait. And before you realize it, years pass. Comfort is not the couch. It's not rest. It's not peace. Comfort is avoidance disguised as safety. It's choosing what feels easy over what matters. It's choosing familiarity over growth. It's choosing short-term relief over long-term fulfillment. And the reason comfort is so effective is simple. It feels harmless. There's no alarm, no warning sign, no moment where someone taps you on the shoulder and says, "Hey, this is costing you your future." Instead, comfort whispers, tomorrow, later, you deserve a break. You've got time. And those words feel reasonable until one day you realize you've been living the same year on repeat. Most people don't stay stuck because they're lazy. They stay stuck because comfort makes stagnation feel acceptable. You don't notice it happening. You just slowly stop pushing yourself. You stop asking hard questions. You stop challenging your habits. You stop putting yourself in uncomfortable situations. Not because you gave up, but because nothing forced you to change. Comfort removes urgency, and urgency is the engine of growth. When there's no pressure, no discomfort, no resistance, the mind relaxes. It settles. It says, "This is fine." But growth has never lived in fine. Growth lives where friction exists. Think about every meaningful change you've made in your life. It didn't happen when things were easy. It happened when something felt uncomfortable enough that staying the same hurt more than changing. Comfort prevents that moment from arriving. It numbs it. And that's why comfort is more dangerous than failure. Failure is loud. Failure forces reflection. Failure demands adjustment. Comfort does none of that. Comfort lets you drift, day by day, choice by choice, until you wake up one morning and feel something strange. Not pain, not panic. Just a quiet dissatisfaction you can't explain. You did everything right. You followed routines. You stayed safe. You avoided risks. So why do you feel empty? Because comfort doesn't build confidence. It doesn't build resilience. It doesn't build pride. Only effort does. Only resistance does. Only choosing what's hard when no one is watching does. Comfort gives you the illusion of stability, but it takes away momentum. And momentum is everything. Without momentum, discipline fades. Without discipline, identity weakens. And without a strong identity, motivation collapses. This is why so many people feel tired all the time. Not physically, mentally. They're not exhausted from doing too much. They're exhausted from doing too little of what matters. Comfort drains you because it disconnects you from purpose. It keeps you busy but not fulfilled, occupied but not progressing. Here's the truth most people don't want to hear. If your life feels stagnant, it's not because you lack potential. It's because you've made comfort your priority. And comfort always comes with a cost. You pay for comfort with time, with confidence, with opportunities you'll never see again. But the most expensive cost of comfort is self-respect. Every time you choose what's easy over what's necessary, something small breaks inside you. A promise you didn't keep, a standard you lowered, a challenge you avoided. Individually, they don't seem like much, but over time, they compound. And one day, you don't trust yourself anymore. Not because you failed, but because you stopped trying. This is the moment most people misunderstand. Escaping comfort does not mean living in stress. It doesn't mean burnout. It doesn't mean chaos. It means choosing intentional discomfort, the kind that builds you instead of drains you. Waking up when you don't feel like it. Having the hard conversation, doing the work without applause, sticking to commitments long after motivation fades. These things are uncomfortable, but they give back more than they take. They build strength. They build clarity. They build identity. And slowly something changes. You stop chasing comfort. You start chasing capability. You don't ask, what feels good right now? You ask, what makes me stronger long term? That question changes everything, because the goal is not to eliminate comfort from your life. The goal is to stop letting comfort make your decisions. Rest when you need to. but don't hide there. Enjoy peace, but don't use it as an excuse to stop growing. Comfort should be a place you visit, not a place you live. The people you admire most understand this. They didn't become disciplined because they felt motivated. They became disciplined because they stopped negotiating with comfort. They learned that the price of growth is temporary discomfort, but the price of comfort is permanent regret. So if you feel restless lately, if you feel like something is missing, if you feel like your life is quiet but unfulfilled, that's not a problem. That's a signal. A signal that you're meant for more than ease, more than routine, more than staying safe. Comfort is quietly ruining your life only if you let it. The moment you choose challenge over convenience, discipline over ease, growth over familiarity, your life starts moving again. And momentum, once it starts, changes everything.